we go.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to FSV Racing Live on Friday night Winston Cup action. Sorry I got a little delay in getting things going here. FSB helicopter landed kind of late, aka the kids wouldn't go to bed. And as such, I see my starting grid is even working here. Oh, goodness. But in the booth with me, I've got Milt and Shawn Jr. and Dan Jones once again. Thanks for coming back, guys.
Yo, yo, yo!
Hello.
So we're at Infineon, Sears Point, Sonoma, whatever you want to call it. Not the classic carousel layout, but the version that's shipped with the game. I'm still feeding back a little bit, Milty. So yeah, road course racing, a little different than you're used to seeing Friday nights here. We try to get one in per season at least. We'll do Infineon, Watkins Glen, and Riverside this year. And so, yeah, differences besides it just being a road course. We have no cautions tonight, so I guarantee a caution-free race. And the damage is set to moderate. So if you catch one of those tire barriers, it doesn't instantly destroy the car. Other than that, all FSB racing rules apply. 2 incident rules still in effect. And we've still got ourselves quite a point battle going in here.
I'm choosing 72 before anybody else speaks tonight.
Man, I just can't figure out why I'm getting this feedback here. Try to turn it down a little bit. Well, this is Infineon. This is Sears Point, place I grew up with. Grew up at one of the California tracks. My dad used to run a lot, and when we'd get to see him when he wasn't back east, and yeah, you know, I always think about a couple of his buddies actually died here. Sucks, but the great Jim Cook, a road racer, had a heart attack driving around here, and he was driving a Porsche 962, I believe. Pulled over, and what a way to go, you know. And you know, this is definitely a track I've had some wins at, and you know, spent a lot of time following Kevin Lewis, the great Kevin Lewis, our FSB stat profile. We used to call it Infineon, you know.
Yeah, meanwhile, we got the camera on. Dan's pick there, 72 of Isaac Johnson, and that's Sinclair Chevrolet.
Yeah, right. In practice and qualifying, he's the class of the field right now. No Slim Jim Gately, which he's a heck of a road racer, so that shakes things up point-wise, and this was a track he definitely would not want to miss.
Yeah, so since my my standings deal isn't working there, here is the qualifying order. See, Isaac Johnson on the pole tonight. He's your favorite. I'm still feeding back really bad, Milton.
I don't know what to do.
Your external speakers, are they turned down?
I don't have any.
Wow. I'd say it's new headset time.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Nothing I can do about it right now.
Yeah.
Kmart, can you order me some?
Let's get one of those Amazon drones to drop a pair from Multi. Dan Irvine in the 27 on the outside pole there. Rick Bisconner, strong qualifying effort there in third. Jeff Habbick, look at Tower. Top 5 qualifying run here on the road course, with one arm not working the way he'd like it to. And he's got that shoulder injury. It's going to retire him from actually climbing the towers, but he's feeling it tonight as he rocks out a 4th place qualifying run. Mark DeRock at Descenza, puts the 3 car in 5th. Series admin Ryan Johnson 6th. Pops Margison claims he's not a road course racer, but there he is in 7th. I know better.
Yeah, right.
I know better. He can run.
Trans Am champion.
Yeah, Trans Am champion. Says he's no good at the road courses. He likes to downplay himself everywhere. Oh, I'm not good at the short tracks. Oh, yeah, as he gets smaller and smaller in your windshield.
I think we got that mic figured out.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I'm not feeding back anymore.
Rick Castle with the 8th place there. Look to see he really like to. A lot of these guys would like to get into the top 5, maybe top 3 here. And without any cautions, you can't make any mistakes. And tire wear is going to be a huge issue.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you just have to keep them on. You're gonna make one pit stop tonight, probably. So you just want to make sure that you make them last long enough that you don't kill your pit strategy, your fuel strategy, because that's everything at road course racing. No cautions to bunch the field back up. So any ground you lose on that, you've lost it for good.
Yeah, and to make 20 laps around here without damaging your tires or locking them up, it's going to be a chore for these guys.
Yeah, and then Big Cactus, there you go. And Steve Weber, P9 in the 83 car. Ed Finley puts the Fire Chicken number 80 in 10th spot. Brad Otto and the native Californian, 11th place qualifying effort. Bob Dixon, Francis Dittman, John Palmer, Michael Sanders back again in that 191 car. Diamond Dave Simons must have had a problem in qualifying because he's usually much stronger than that at this course. Puts the 02 car in 16th spot. And Ken Hansen, who already called it last week, his strategy is pure survival mode. He brings up the rear of the field with Chet Barkin, who did not turn a qualifying time.
Yeah, road racing not Ken's strong suit, but he's definitely going to want to try to get as much points as he can. He's already going to get points on the 23 car.
Yeah, so since our Canadian comrade here, Dan, went and jumped the gun and took the 72 already, I'm going to go to the other side of that row and take the 27. So who have you got, Milty? I think I know.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go with the 3 car of Mark DeCinza.
I should have put money on that. I knew that was going to be
your pick.
He's
a heck of a road racer, and he's definitely a guy that says, I'm not much of a road racer, but been racing against him for a long time, and he can roll on road courses. Going through the hairpin right here.
He's a wheelman, and he knows that he can't push it here, so and he just takes care of that car and usually finds himself in a good spot at the end of the race.
Pit road speed 35, agonizing 35 miles an hour.
With a long pit entry
mistakes. Road. If they can make it 20. These guys lock them up a few times.
Whoa! They zip her in into turn 1 there.
Wow, Tower in 4th place there. Showing some road racing skills, but he's got the wily veteran and points leader behind him. You don't want to use up a lot of stuff, especially these first couple laps. That's the key. As Tower bangs off the berm there in turn 3 and 3-8 down the 4, then they're down to 5. Isaac Johnson into turn 5. Do these S complexes here, 6, 7, and 8.
Oh, I didn't have time to set up the multimeter because conflexes would have been a miltism.
Turn 9, that sweeping left-hander. Turn 10, got a downshift. Sometimes you stay in 3rd gear here, or 4th, down to turn 11.
Let's see, Dave Simons in that 02 car, already looking to make a move on Francis Dittman through the hairpin.
Irvine wants to put the pressure on here early and try to get Isaac to get out of his comfort zone. The 3-car all over the 101. Everybody else single file. Oh, Irvine way on doing the NASCAR thing, way out wide there. But that's not, he lost a ton of time to Isaac there. Turn 4. The flowing, undulating S area here. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Flat out through 9. Then hard braking in a straight line. Downshift, 3rd to 4th gear. Downshift gears are an issue here. They're easy to break, and you have to really change your game. Back in the day when I raced, I would use I would select a button for each gear, and I would set, like with the Pro Cup setup, I would set 3rd and 4th gear the same gear. So if I lost high gear, one of those gears, I'd still have high gear.
That's pretty smart. I should do that actually with my mouse. I could just use the buttons. Oh, Simon, not Simon's, 27 Irvine off the course.
Off into the,
and Tower, Jeff Havoc's gonna follow him right in there. Well, broadcaster jinx.
Really easy
Victim
to
number 1.
do that. That's usually a place, I don't know if I've ever wrecked right there. I've wrecked everywhere else. Usually a place you don't try to push it.
That's actually where I've usually had most of my troubles, is getting into that turn at the top of the hill. It's really, your car's already loaded to the right side from the hard
that's
left-hander.
A corner you can't challenge.
Yeah, exactly, because you gotta, you can't push through there and try and ride the brakes.
Rick Castle's gonna move up now. That Crown Royal car showing his road racing skills. But he's got the veteran Trans Am champion Pops Margazin all over his butt. And here comes the big Cactus Weber. Gotten great finishes in road racing before. Dave Simons has moved up several cars. He's mowed them down, and now he's looking at these guys. He's not done yet. He's going to push all the way. Irvine all the way back to 9th behind Simons now. 10th is Ed Finley. The first thing I'm going to do when I get home, Junior, is slap your mama right in the mouth. Driving that Smokey the Bandit colors. Havoc is falling back, too, after that. Excuse me. Francis Didman looking to capitalize, but he's got Brad Otto sideways. The mustard's off the hot dog, and he'll let 2 other cars go there. Too bad we didn't have the Miltisms.
I know, you're just, they're flying out there tonight.
Don Palmer really working hard at getting better, and Tower is off again, I believe. And he will not give up. He won't miss these races just because he's got all hand controls.
Well, it's not all hand controls. He's got his right arm is right shoulder's messed up. It's causing his hand to kind of claw up.
We got a battle there, side by side. Dan Irvine in the 0-2. 0-2 scrapes the wall a little bit, or maybe not. Really close. I think he just backed off. Smoke there for Steve Weber. This is a great battle with these cars here. This is great, hard road racing here. Let's get a little in-car.
Yeah, let's go with...
Oh, Irvine sideways. Trying to put the power on, and now he's got Simons on the outside, but he has to give that away. Maybe we should wait a minute here. I don't know, man. This is action-packed. Rest of the field up front is spaced out. Lap 5 of 40. This should be quick. Oh, more smoke. Dirt's nice and hard here. You get decent grip, but you get better grip on the pavement. More battles in the turn 11 there. Side by side, too wide.
Yeah, the fast line through that.
Castle trying to get on the gas.
Fast line through that next to last right-hander is to clip the dirt a little bit. Not like Pops did there going through turn 1, though. Nice save.
This is a great battle. Rick Castle all over Ryan Johnson's come back into the clutches of the 124. Here comes Webb looking down. This is a good place to... Oh, that's not a good place to pass. For... Hip checks him out of the way. 5 is the better place to pass. That was turn 4. If you're going to pass at turn 4, you got to make sure you're at least close on the bumper and making that move side by side before you get to the corner. Got a little hip check. Get out the way. That gives Ryan Johnson some room. P4. They regroup now, and definitely some tires too wide. Defending down low is the 83, taking the cone line. You learned that from Kevin Lewis, former teammate.
Why didn't anybody tell me the date was wrong on the bottom part of the broadcast there?
Okay, the date's wrong.
Oh, hey, I got moved.
The racer's edge. Ryan's in a good position here. He can set him up for turn 5 and make a nice clean pass. And Chet should give that to him, and he does. Here comes Steve diving down low, trying to make it. Chet does a great job letting all these guys by. Great job, Chet.
I had the date wrong on the broadcast overlay there, and then when I was editing that, I accidentally moved myself to Racing Channel 1, so...
Yes, well, you disappeared.
Yep.
Oh, boy! And battle there with the 83. Can't make the pass on the 27. Oh, Ryan Johnson may have hit the cone down there low. He was so low. Great run by Dan Irvine to get there.
He thinks better of it and backs off through turn 1 here.
Yeah, I've died there, definitely.
Well, Richard Petty broke both of his legs in that corner.
Okay, let's get a little in-car here. Oh, wait a minute. Weber around, and there's contact behind. Pops Mark said Weber's still trying to get around. That helps the 9, which is exactly what he wants to do, is kind of cruise around. That spreads more stuff up. So much was going on there. I don't know if the 124 was involved too. I think so. And Pops loses.
Oh, Pops around right in front of the 124.
And there's contact again. And he's trying to get going, and that's almost Irvine right there. No, Didman. Francis Didman also trying to move up. This is spreading this group up. How about Ed Finley staying out of trouble and letting these guys wreck? Now there's a battle, a little contact with the 27 and the 59 of Ryan Johnson, Brothers Money and Paint in turn 11.
Meanwhile, Isaac Johnson, actually he's lost a little bit of his lead there. It was up over 5 seconds. Now it's 4.8 back to Rick Pisconer. Isaac's probably just in cruise mode right now.
I would be, because tire wear and transmission, what you want to start to try to be easier on the transmission if you got a lead.
So you want to make those tires last the full 20 laps and make this a one-stop race. And spend as little time on pit road as you have to.
Well, from that big fist fight, We've got
Irvine
the
sideways
0-2.
again, and Ryan Johnson just misses
Oh,
him.
boy. Well, we saw him getting loose over and over again, and that's that tire wear we're talking about. And that, now they might have to pit twice here. Because we're only at lap 10. You got to go 20. You may be seeing 2 pit stops from everybody here.
Well, the way he's killed those tires, I'd say he's definitely going to have to stop more now.
Coming from the back, Dave Simons in the 0-2 could be up to like P5.
He's in 6th right now. He's actually, yeah, this will be 5th as they cross the line. So, yeah, nice move. Like I said, Dave Simons, great road course racer. Probably just ran off course during qualifying to get himself back in the pack.
Yeah, been there, done that. You see, he's real smooth and not going way out wide. That's how you save tires. It's all about tire temperature here, and of course, if you lock them up, then you throw that all out the window. But when you keep the tire temperature down under 240, then those left tires, then you and here he comes. I mean, the 59 is used up, and it's easy. There's no fight there. Now he's going to think about, can he match the pit strategy of the leaders or better? But they definitely have an advantage. Whenever you have to go through cars like he came from the rear with the gear, that's not going to help you.
As you can
Long
see,
way to go, though.
4th and 5th are over 24 seconds back of the lead. It's going to be a monumental gap to overcome, entirely under green.
Piscano starting to fall back into the clutches of my boy there, the 3. Early problems, but that Wrangler Chevrolet with the great Dale Earnhardt, he was a pretty damn good road racer too. Isaac Johnson still last lap 119.4, best lap 118.2. So he's really cooking it at the start, and he has backed it off with tire wear and just the fact that the pressure is down.
We'll see our fastest lap of the race does belong to Isaac Johnson. Like I said, 118.293. Second fastest to Mark DeSenza. Actually, your top 3 cars have put in your top 3 times.
He's getting sideways, though. He's not lolling about.
Looks like he's going to make the pass on Bisconer coming back to the start-finish line here.
But tire wear
no
could
fight.
be an issue for the 72, sorry.
Yeah, no fight from the 109 as he just rolls over and lets the 3 go.
That's what happens with tire wear here at this track. The cream rises. There's nothing you can do about it. You're done. I mean, you just push harder and harder, and you have to realize you got to back it off and try to make your pit window.
But just even
Still like 8 laps here.
Even that uncontested uncontested pass there, cost those 2 cars over a second to Isaac Johnson.
And cost them tire wear too.
I'm going to step aside for just a minute and hand it over to you guys.
Nothing on the scanner here. The 3 pulling away. Can he make some hay? Solidly into P4 now, Simons. There's a huge gap there, though. And we do now have timing and scoring there, definitely. 5-second lead on first. Simons 25 seconds back from the leader.
Oh, Bisconer had a little mishap. Descends in second.
Oh, we got more locking up. Telling you, these guys' tires are... Oh, and that's Dan Irvine again, and hard contact in the wall. And damage, and he almost gets in the castle.
Oh, no.
or vice versa. They handled that. No contact. Rick Castle's still got a lot to fight for here. In a great battle. These guys are having so much fun, man. I'm telling you right now, they're just duking it out. All back in line. They had their little spins, lost some track position, but now they got a 4-car gaggle and battle here. With all real good pace. You can see just a huge fall off tire degradation. And they're coming up and catching the tortoise here, Ed Finley, with a great, solid, smooth run. Needs to keep that in mind. Don't get flustered. If they're going to pass you, they're going to pass you. Try to make oh, but he goes wide. His tires are going too. These guys are struggling here.
83 on pit road.
I'm telling you. Yeah, they're gonna have to see. Now I would have split that into 3 and not worried about, unless you got have been in an incident already.
We got Brad Otto checking in from the YouTube chat. He's retired, no second gear.
Yeah,
so that's tough. That is real tough at Infineon. Tough break there for Brad Otto in the 31 Marine machine.
That's about the worst gear you could lose, except for top gear. But at least if you lose top gear, third gear, you could sit there and tack it out,
Yeah, in fact, I lost a race at Sonoma to someone who lost fourth gear. I was, one more lap and I would have had them, but they had such a huge lead that, I think with 5 to go, they lost third gear and fourth gear, and just couldn't quite get to him.
Ryan Johnson, P5, 3 seconds off his best lap. Guys are really gonna have a hard time making it to 20.
Well, Brad was out there. What do you say, man? Was 20 laps the goal? Is that realistic with this setup? If it wasn't, just like you say, Milty, I think you'd think Isaac would have split it up into 3s. So he must be going for that 20-lap run.
Got status quo here with first and second place, so 5 seconds, not that much. Mark DeCinza got to be happy with that after getting through the melee there and not seeing the leader pull away. What he'd like to do here in these next couple laps, they're going to make it to 20, which looks like that's their strategy. That would be lap 19 pitting, and then as you cross the line, it'll be 20. And we have something on the scanner here. Okay, nothing yet for pits, so just radio conversation. These are those times I remember racing against Kevin Lewis and Damien Gottstilla, where I'd be so close for so long, and these last couple laps before the stop would just be that little bit where they would gain a little more time on me and really just wrench the heart out of you.
Toying with you.
Because it's awful hard that when you're in the lead, you just got that huge advantage of pulling the string on dude in second. But you're pulling the string on multiple world champion there in the 3-car, and he's not going to be affected. He's driving the racetrack right now.
Yeah, he knows what position he's in, points-wise. He knows that if he just sits right where he is, maybe pick up a lap lead while Isaac pits, he's going to be sitting pretty. With Ken Hansen, Ken Hansen's in survival mode, but he's hanging tough there in 6th place.
Can we get some in-car from Isaac real quick here?
Sure.
Okay, let's go in-car with the leader. You watch it going through the S's here, turn 7, turn 8, going through turn 9, you're flat out, but your tires are worn here. You want to clip that inside, and then break in a straight line, downshift.
Oh, Ken Hansen off course. Up at the top of the hill.
That's not what he wanted to do. Yeah, you go down low here into turn 11, just smooth. Just so smooth. Running 20.6, way slower. Takes it very easy in the 1 and 1A. In the 2, not taking any chances. Let the car roll. 2nd gear, a little tire spin. 2nd gear still in the 2A, 3.
Yeah, those rear tires are probably getting mighty greasy right about now.
And the brake hard at the 2.5. Hit that curb, come way out, perfect. Breaking the straight line. Still 2nd gear. You could go 1st gear there, but now with the worn tires, he's making sure he doesn't get wheel spin. Use the gas pedal, lift and roll, lift and roll. Just breeze those curbs. Beautiful. Turn 10. Staying down low, not using up the tires.
On the way to Dog Palmer on pit road.
Letting it go way down low on the RPMs there. 1st gear coming out at 11. Torque shifting a little bit, just taking it easy. Lift, downshift, maybe ride the brake a little, and then you're more of just downshifting and maybe riding the brake.
The thing about that 2nd turn, the first right-hander there, is that it's blind. You just can't see the exit of it while you're trying to slow and point the car.
See how he goes through 3 there and just agonizingly slow, but then he gets a great launch in the 4. And just like a machine, right over the curb there. I was talking a little trash with him before the race. I was like, "You're lucky I'm not in this race." And he was like, "Yeah, whatever."
He ain't scared.
He ain't scared. They should be pitting here, I would think.
I think next time by. So remember, you want to actually complete lap 20. To be able to make it 20 to the finish.
Now, you might want to try something different if you're Mark DeCinza, but he does not. The reason why is because you get that 1 lap.
Oh, I think Isaac's saving fuel to make it even 20. Sounds like he was clutching there up the front stretch.
Yeah, that's... I don't know, man. Mark's doing the same thing, so...
Yeah, on board with Mark on the right side now. In fact, we'll just stick with him right through pit stops.
On board with Mark DeCinza. You can see Isaac, and he is closing in. He's short shifting.
Now, he hasn't really closed the gap. He's maintaining about that 4-second gap the whole time.
It was 5.9 a while back.
Yeah, but it's been last 2 laps while we've been talking about them. It's been accordioning between about 3.8 and 4.1, like we've seen now. This has got to be. Here we go. They're both swinging wide. They're both left. And
wide.
no, he's going to stay out one more lap.
Stays out.
Desenza one more lap to get the point like I speculated earlier. Man, is he going to be able to make it, though? And how much time is this going to cost him?
I want to win this race. That's the big point. I don't think that's going to help him.
Well, he probably had resigned himself to finishing second, so second with a lap lead is better than second without a lap lead. But, man, if there's a question about the fuel making it this far, this is a risky maneuver.
He's not clutching, and he's heeling the toe, and it definitely driving as hard as he can with this tire wear.
Yeah, so Isaac Johnson's going to have, one lap, get on those fresh tires one lap quicker.
That's going to be 2 seconds right there. This is not low and about, though. He's definitely saved his stuff, and he's driving hard as he can. His last lap was a 20.7, best lap 18, so 7. So down pit road for the 3 car, very scary. You don't want to hit the wall here. Gonna roll around. You want to find second gear right at the line. 35 agonizing miles an hour.
In fact, I think he hit 35 a little too soon there. He could have bought himself
it looked like
more time.
You can cut through pit road here. Save you a little time.
And now you see,
Careful
Mark
not to
Desenza has
speed.
not yet hit his pit box, and here comes Isaac through into the hairpin right now. That's how much time Mark's going to lose staying out that extra lap.
The thing about expecting to have better tires at the end is it never quite works out that way.
No, it doesn't.
You have to push. If anything, when you're in second, you want to jump the guy in first. And he's got traffic coming out. Well, we'll have to see how this shakes out. Your dog will let him by as soon as he can. I think Biscotto made some hay there hitting earlier.
Here we go.
Dave Simons now on pit road. And not moving. There could be a problem for that Dodge. I think Dave Simons has got a huge problem here.
Might he be out of fuel?
He's in his stall, and no, is he? Yeah. He's not moving. Yet the Senza is still within reach.
Looks like the ticker has stopped updating. There we go. Is that
Hanson's still
8 seconds
trudging
back?
along and putting pressure on the vet, Pops Ferguson. Good, solid racing there. Irvine still with a beat-up car in P6. We'll see how this comes out here, but guys are still battling for that 4th position. Like right now, it's Webb in 4th, Rick Castle in 5th, or Ryan Johnson, excuse me, Irvine in 6th, and Castle in 7th, all right there. Pops and the 9 running a great race for definitely not expecting as much.
And there you see our live ticker has finally updated. I don't know why it took so long. Usually only takes about 10 seconds. But Isaac Johnson back to the lead and is only 4.4 seconds over Mark Desenza, so Mark played that to perfection.
Rick Pisconer really in a sweet spot here in P3. Great execution on his pit stop. Desenza last lap 18.8, almost just a tenth. 1.11 off his fast lap.
In fact, Mark just
Isaac Johnson
pulled
was
down
at 20 last lap, and he's struggling a little bit. And here comes the 3.
I was gonna say, Desenza pulled it into under 3 seconds there for the first time this race.
Yeah, with the 20 problems for the 72, your leader.
Now, 27 is trying to fight his way back up after all he's been through. Is still sitting there knocking on the door for 5th place.
Well, that lack of downforce is going to be less of a problem with a guy that honestly is a wheel man on a road course like he is.
Yeah, absolutely. Aerodynamics don't really matter quite so much here.
Dog Palmer in the AMC AMX Spirit lets the 109 by. Nice.
Yeah, that's his teammate.
Pro move. Francis Dittman still crawling and must have lost a little time in that pit stop. And here back we are with that battle. Steve Weber, the 59 all over him, and the 27 trying to go with him. Can't do it. But Weber is high here, the 59 down low. Should have the line. And Ryan Johnson makes the pass, and that's up to 27 to get a run. But now he's going to be on the outside.
Yeah, 59 was mighty close to clipping those cones and getting a black flag for cutting there.
Turn 1 and 1A is so scary when you're side by side. Little crossover, different run. Dan Irvine start feeling it. That brings Rick Castle making some hay while these guys duke it out.
Yeah, we got Mary Alice Clark checking in, rooting for the big cactus there. Says, go Weber.
He's no longer the frozen cactus last week getting snow in Arizona. When they were talking about snow in Vegas, are you kidding me? Well, I mean, you know, there's other snow they talk about.
Yeah.
Oh boy, Dan Irvine sideways.
Yeah, he is just not giving up.
Right through 10. That's a great move. And he makes the pass. That's some serious. That's a great professional pass right there.
Meanwhile, Desenza has caught the 72.
Boy. That guy, mama, there goes that man. He loves that paint and that car, and that's always ever run ever since he started sim racing. He hasn't changed. No fancy paint colors. No changing. No give me something else. This is my car right here. And that's because he thinks like the Intimidator, and the Intimidator is all over the young Pro Cup veteran, go-kart racer, and college student coming off out of the dorm room to the racetrack. We got a battle here for the win.
Yeah, we still got to make these tires last 13 laps.
Yes, we do. Don't get to last lap. Marcus is a 1:18.9, half a second. That's natural progression here as the tires are just off their sweet spot, and every lap will probably degrade a little bit, or might get a little up and down. See Mark using the curb a little more. Think about leading as long as Isaac has is can he turn around and bring the fire again? kind of get into, which has happened to me so much, fortunately, for being able to lead races, but you get kind of in a lull, and can you bring the fire again? You've been trying to save, and all of a sudden you got to re-attack the corners again because you got that guy behind you right there. Oh boy, this is really using it
right on the bumper.
You know, you're not talking aero difficulties like you would have at a high-speed track. You're seeing two different styles here. Mark using up the curbs and the 72 not using up the curbs. Mark getting a little wheel spin coming out of turn 5 there. Isaac's just got to stay in front and make him use his stuff up. But see, Mark's going to want to set him up in 10 here. Not this lap, but he's going to take a look and he's going to feint and I got to don't use my stuff up there.
Woo,
nice little
sideways for 72.
But that pressure he put on him got in his head right there. Well, now he's. The thing is, when you make a move like that, you got to be able to get back and put the pressure on again, like you did last lap, and he's doing exactly that. You can't tell me that Isaac's not going to be thinking he's going to try to get me in 10. Still, though, when you're road racing any kind of track, still focusing on the track. You look at your opponent when you can, and that's on the straightaway for a quick moment, and then you're back at making sure you hit your marks. Don't look up at the wrong time. Mark working 10 there again, but Isaac also making sure he doesn't blow 10 and taking away the inside line. But that's an inside out and an outside in. You see the 72 did the inside out. If you're going to go inside on your apex, you're going to go out. But carrying that speed, he's going to like what he's seeing from himself right now to defend. Definitely Mark is faster in 2A, and 3.
Yeah, we got Steam's Dev. I don't know what the real name is. They're checking in from the YouTube chat. Yay, road coursing with stock cars. And not just stock cars, but truck physics on the stock cars. And he asks why we're not using the Sears Point layout. And the simple answer is we had a setup for this. This is the stock Infineon. This is what we had a Friday night Winston Cup Series set up for. We've got it tested, so that's what we ran with. But you are correct. Back in the day, they ran the carousel, and they're going to go back to it. They're not going to run this what they call the NASCAR course currently. So up at the I can't remember the name of the turns. The numbers of the turns. Milty's got them better than me. What is it, 6? Where they go into that short chute. That goes away, I believe, this season. And they hook another right and go down into the carousel, the inner part of the track. But back in 1988, they didn't run Sears Point at all. That was the last year they raced at Riverside. Sears Point was then added the following season. So right up, yeah, this next turn here. Yeah, this is where the NASCAR course begins. So they'd hook a hard right there, where you saw the skid marks leading to, go down into the carousel, and then re-enter it right here to get into the S's.
Sorry. Yeah, I mean, back in the day, when my dad would run here, SCCA or IMSA would run the long course.
Oh, they still do. I was talking to the YouTube chat about how they're adding it back in NASCAR this year, I believe.
Now that I would love, going through the keyhole, definitely, definitely a lot more areas to pass and a lot more excitement instead of, would definitely make the NASCAR races less 2x2 and having to push each other off to get around, much more passing opportunities.
This always turns out to be a good race regardless for the stock cars.
It does, absolutely, yeah. I mean, this definitely would be one I'd want to go to.
I mean, like, I was skeptical about the Roval at Charlotte, especially after they just kept, destroying cars in practice. That turned out to be a heck of a race.
Yeah, thanks, Steam Steph, for the interaction. We appreciate it.
Now, we will be looking into a long course to match what NASCAR does, but we just don't have one that we've tested.
Yeah, we do for, like, Riverside, but we've run it in GTP.
Yeah.
We haven't run it in dog cars.
Yeah, when we click go on a Friday night or any night of the week, really, we want to make sure our stuff works. And yeah,
we got a battle there with the 124 for P4, and they're going back at it. Ryan Johnson and Rick Castle. Rick Castle is just really showing what kind of a heck of a road racer he is, and a racer. But this first time I've got to see him run a road course.
Now, NASCAR never ran the boot version of Watkins Glen, did they?
Oh, I can't remember. I can only go from my experience watching my dad. It would run the boot.
Yeah, they do that.
IMSA and what they call World Sports Cars now, which back then was FIA. When he ran like an Alfa Romeo there, and and Trans Am would also run.
Oh, the 9 car and the 72 and the 3 all flipping.
The leader is wrecked. The 9 car's upside down.
What
and the 3
just
is wrecked too.
happened?
First and second place are totaled. John the Dog Plummer trying to get around. They're going again with heavy damage, still in the lead. We got to go back and look at that, boss.
I'm on it.
Of course you are.
Oh boy, I hope that the Ken Hansen fan club is not watching this.
Oh, Ken
Here
Hansen.
We go.
There was nowhere for the leader to go. Ken Hansen does a triple sow cow there. And then the 3 tries to get back on. There's nowhere for Dog to go. Nothing Dog could do. He was hard on the brakes. Just sheer panic there from the 3 was trying to get back on the track there. And wow, just absolute carnage there. 3 pulled right out. Oh, look at that. That jumbled twit in the Nadia Comaneci would have been happy. And the 3 tries to get going. And
here we see what Dog saw.
Yeah,
he comes around that corner blind. He just sees a little bit of smoke.
Had nowhere to
he
go.
Thinks, okay. He never even saw the 3. You couldn't see that the 3 was pulling out. Yellow car in the smoke.
Right
he
there.
couldn't see a thing. And that just caught Dog completely off guard.
No, the 3 was already wrecked. He's trying to get going. It's awful hard to try to get going and look at your F2, but you need to be looking at that F2 and see how far guys are coming, and the 3 just pulls. That's, gosh darn it, Mark DeSiz is definitely going to be apologizing about that. But it's hard,
he's just trying to get going again, get back in this race.
Get going again. It's so easy to say from here. Oh, the fan club is showing up.
I know, right on time.
Your son is, oh my gosh.
Sorry, ladies, but Ken Hansen, I do believe, is retired after that.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, he's down. Shawn is down 2 laps now.
That was a triple Salchow with a half twist there.
Yeah, I'm not finding him on the track. I think he is retired.
Yeah, he gone.
It just hasn't updated yet on the standings.
Horrible for Ken, doing a great job as, just keeping pace there, but that spin, he spun and then trying to get going. The 72 had nowhere to go. The leader is still, he's driving the you-know-what out of it like it never even happened. And doesn't look like any damage there. Maybe a little pushed in nose, but man, did he dodge a bullet or what?
Yeah, really. Most of all, he's lucky he didn't take motor damage with that kind of contact.
Well, the 3 is falling back, so...
Yeah, 3 took the hardest hits, and he was hit several times.
He took the hardest lick there, and he's definitely struggling now.
Slim Jim checking in the chat. You just missed the excitement
What's
there,
up,
bud.
Slim?
Your teammates.
P3 has got an opportunity here to close in on the wounded Mark DeSenza now.
Nah, Bisconner's still 14 seconds back.
Well, this ain't done yet.
Yeah, Dan Irvine has somehow climbed his way all the way back to 4th place.
Can you imagine if he didn't have all that damage?
Absolutely.
Yeah, more than that, just losing the time from going off the track.
Irvine is capable of. He reminds me of the guy who drives that 007 car. Pretty good road racer, too.
I remember banging fenders with you here a while back.
The 27 is on pit road. Sorry to interrupt. Yeah, definitely, Dan. I think you got the best of me on that one. 27 down pit road. This is not what they wanted.
Yeah, he's used this stuff up, I guess.
Yep. And that's going to be an issue. That's going to give that spot to Rick Castle. That Crown Royal car is still pretty clean. But he's got a mirror full of Ryan Johnson, definitely. This could be a battle on the track here.
That's pretty much your only battle left on the track, as Senza is just falling further and further back from Isaac Johnson.
He's all ate up. And Isaac dodges a bullet, but he deserved that. It's not over yet. He deserved. Oh boy, Ryan Johnson's really pushing hard. Sliding through turn 4. Well, sometimes, in this simulation, you get a little luck, and in real life, it would have been over for the 72 there. But
absolutely. We run the moderate damage on road courses.
And he did get on the brakes and slow it down, which makes a big difference.
Yeah, run the moderate damage on road courses just to try and mitigate what the tire barriers do if you hit them.
What a great battle here, the 59. Same thing we talked about, over and under, out and in there, or whatever, however you want to call it. 2 different lines trying to, if you're going to defend low, then I'm going to take the high and try to get you coming out of the corner. Different apex arcs. There's a school of thought here. Is it an advantage to follow or lead? I think it's always an advantage to lead. Following, you can try different stuff, but leader's just got to look ahead and make sure he doesn't make a mistake. And right now, Rick Castle is just really showing me something here, but this ain't over here. 38-40. The 59 is really tail wagging. That Buick goes way out into the dirt. He's really pushing hard there. That's a great place. You can't pass, obviously, in 6, 7, and 8, but you can make time up and still gets a great run out of 10. This time, Rick doesn't have to defend, and he takes the line he would rather take, and he gets like 3-4 car lengths. Right, yeah, you can see this guy is road racer for sure. My first opportunity to see him in that Crown Royal car on a road course, and definitely showing me some skills here.
Meanwhile, Ryan Johnson will not be denied. He is going to give it all he's got, trying to get that last spot that he can. Meanwhile, his son has checked out. 72 can just put it in cruise control from here.
Yeah, Ryan's still beating him in the braking zone in turn 5. Dave Simon's on the chat. While water and oil looked fine, and I was short shifted, save fuel for a few laps, then tried to gain some time, but it looks like the camshaft gave out as we saw him sitting on pit road going nowhere. Tough run for the 0-2 there. Oh, look at that. Oh, and then, wow, the 124 has to pit. These guys pitted a little bit early, like you said, Shawn, and they couldn't make it. It's got to be a fuel issue, because his pace was good. Wow, smart brother Shawn there nails it again.
There we go. I wasn't actually live on the camera that was following them, but that was a good battle we saw anyway. And so it ends with Rick Castle having to pit on the last lap.
Weber has some damage there. He's still in P4, but no, he's actually P8, but he must have got caught up in some of that too, because he all ate up. Pisconer solidly running the P3, trying to finish this deal. Mark DeCenza pulls over and stops in P2 and exits. What the heck?
Oh, the race is over, that's why.
Oh, it's
yeah,
okay.
See, it's showing 41 of 41.
Ah! I was like, what the heck's going on here?
Yeah, we've still got cars completing their last lap right now, but Ryan Johnson right now. Man, yeah, Ryan Johnson was almost a lap down.
Well, there are naysayers that say, road racing shouldn't be in NASCAR, but we saw a hell of a battle here and some great racing. So, like that, maybe.
Okay, so that makes sense what Dave Simons is saying, why we saw him stopped in the pits for so long. He was actually getting towed. That's a tough break for the 0-2.
He was blowed up. Francis Dittman, top 10.
And Dan Irvine slipped a bit there.
And there's Francis parking on the grass, center of the screen.
Bob Smart
getting a little airtime for the sponsor there for the Bandit.
Congrats to Isaac from Help Yourself into a Slim Jim.
Ding!
No surprise. Yeah, you think?
There, I can put up.
Yeah, thanks for showing up, Chad.
I can put up the Miltism meter. I don't know if it's accurate because I didn't have the counter application active tonight.
Isaac doing the Jeff Gordon burnout there. And then smoking them. Get some. Isaac just ka-ching from the dorm room to the winner's circle. Get some.
And see, there's your official standings. Isaac Johnson, your winner, averaging 88 miles per hour. Mark DeSenza, after that hard hit, when he had Isaac caught, just falls back to 6 seconds. Still a great point night. Staying out to get that lap lead turned out to be the right move. Yeah, every point counts.
Yes, it was.
So that was smart points racing from DeRocket. Rick Bisconner, look at that. He just plugged along and finished right where he started. Solid night for the 109 on the podium. And Ryan Johnson charges back to that 4th place. Dan Irvine just would not quit. Comes back
put
fifth.
On a show or what?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a show right
front
there,
to
folks.
back to front to back. What could have been for the 27. Despite the broadcaster jinx, he still brings it home P5. Rick Castle, just, the strategy didn't play out. Had to pit on that last lap. Brings him home 6th. Still on the lead lap, though. Your first lap car, Pops Marguson, the 99. Steve Weber, Ed Finley, Francis Dittman, and John the Dog Palmer, last car running there, 3 laps down. He also got off sequence on the pits. We saw Ken Hansen with that vicious, violent accident in the 9 car. Not the night he wanted to see in the points. He just wanted to survive and maybe collect the top 5, and he looked like he might have been in position to do it.
Chunk blown wreck right there.
Absolutely. That was one of the worst road course wrecks you'll ever see. And tough night for the 9 car. Dave Simons, as noted in the chat there, lost that camshaft, credited with 13th position. Never saw what happened to Michael Sanders or Brad Otto, but Brad said he didn't have second gear, but they're both listed as accident. Chet Barkin, Jeff Havoc, Bob Dixon, all retired. Again, didn't see what happened with them, and with no cautions, our attention wasn't drawn to their plight, but tough night for those guys as well. And there we have it. There's your victory picture and generic rock music, courtesy of Sierra and Papyrus.
Well, you know, Alborn Theory kicks their asses. So.
Yeah, Alborn Theory were all in diapers when this game was released.
Okay, so let's grab these podium boys. I'll be back.
We're here.
We're here. Oh, look at that. Alrighty.
They know how to get here. Well, how about that run? They had to get your sticker to picker there, Isaac, when you came around the corner and saw a parked car there in the lead.
That I was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
I seem to have like stuff like that happen just about every time I race this track, so I honestly wasn't really surprised that I had to deal with something like that.
Well, you know, fortunately, luck went on your way this time and basically just wrung the neck out of that thing even after that. And you know.
Yeah, I mean,
but Mark
really
was coming.
Really, the whole race, I wasn't running any more than 50-60% of what I really had, because I was just, I mean, I knew I was fast, and I knew if like I really needed to go, like I could go and pull away. So I figured there's no need in running super hard and taking the chance of tearing stuff up.
Well, it seemed like you were clutching coming to the first pit stop. Was that true?
Yes, I wanted to try and make sure that I didn't run out of gas either, because I was, I mean, that whole last run really, I saved fuel, just, just running the 50-60% thing, knowing that, like, if I needed to, I could drive away, but I never really needed to, so.
Awesome run. Dominant finish. Glad you didn't take any motor damage in that that little brown pants moment.
Yeah, I had a little bit, but it wasn't enough to really affect my car.
We only have Mark DeSenza, very patient charge to the front there all night, and man, when he finally got to Isaac, what would that look like from your end there? Probably also a brown pants factor of at least 9.
Yeah, didn't know he was there. Just boom, there he was, and then I got hit again. I'm trying to like pull across the track or whatever to turn around, and I think I rolled over everything. I was just hoping it still ran.
Yeah. Did you have any motor damage? Because you fell off pretty quickly.
Yeah, I had all kind. I had motor damage. I had when they said that, I said, "Oh my god!" I thought it blew up, but then I hit the gas and it went. So I said, "Oh, nice."
Yeah,
I thought I was done right there.
Bet you're glad you stayed out that extra lap to get the point. And
yeah,
so
sure.
definitely.
I had caught Isaac, and I was kind of rattling his cage back there a little, but he was just kind of, he had to save a little fuel too. So, but if he was able to run, I wouldn't come close to him.
Yeah, so that you pick up your points lead now to 23 over Ken Hansen. Steve Weber hanging on in 3rd place there. As you see, our points are updated.
I'm glad to finish at one of these tracks.
Rick Castle is up 2 spots, but Rick
Bisconer.
Yep, good job,
Rick
Rick.
on the podium.
On the podium, I think you
Great
started 3rd, finished 3rd, right?
While. What was that?
You started 3rd, finished 3rd. Pretty much. Man, what did you do all night? It's like you didn't move forward or back. You just kind of plugged along. No, I'm just messing with you. That's a good, solid run. That's what you got to do at these road courses.
I had fun though. I was raced with Webb quite a bit.
Yeah, I know. We were watching
fun.
it. Yeah, it's just funny. It looks like in the box score, started 3rd, finished 3rd. But yeah, great run there. How was the car all night for you?
Felt great.
Just keep it on the gray and bring it home to a solid podium finish.
Yeah, I
good
mean,
job.
Rick, you had a battle there. It was like 4th through 8th. You guys were the show there early on, just duking it back and forth. A couple spins. You managed to get through those better than the other guys and keep a solid pace.
Well, he won the cup race the other night too, so I thought he'd still be hung over, but he still ran good.
Well, you can still win if you're hungover,
Well, Keselowski can win with the flu.
Yeah, I have the flu.
Oh,
I didn't go to class today.
Yeah, it's that ripped through our house the last couple of weeks too.
Yeah,
been going around
you
the
do
country.
seem a little subdued there, winter chicken dinner. But
he's lucky. He's lucky I didn't go buy him.
With what motor?
I had the chance a couple times. Yeah.
So he did a Tony Stewart today.
Well, I tell you, coming around the corner, seeing that car, that was like the worst sight I can imagine.
Yeah, then we watched it from dogs.
The last second.
We watched it from dog's perspective too.
He was going blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden, oh my god!
Yeah, I was only look over, and the two of you are flipping through the air. But yeah, dog came around the corner, and we watched it from his perspective, and we literally could not see you in the smoke coming back onto the track because of all the dust. A yellow car and brown dust clouds just didn't stand out, and
I was
couldn't
just
see it coming.
Trying to get going again,
yeah, of course.
And hoping no cars were coming. I really couldn't tell, and just got blasted. I'm just glad it ran.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and net gain and loss of nothing there, so it worked out for you. So, all right, great job tonight, everybody. Thanks for joining us up in the booth to our podium finishers there. Isaac Johnson, your winner. Mark DeSenza, second, and retaining that point lead, and Rick Bisconer with a solid podium finish. I did not have time to get the Milty counter set up. The kids were...
I'm sure there was plenty.
Yeah, the kids were late getting to bed, and I was late getting set up.
I watched the broadcast, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Yeah, it was...
You get one of those baseball counters.
It really was, Let's put on a good show, man.
Yeah,
Shawn,
thanks for broadcasting, too. You guys do a good job.
Yeah, thank you. You gonna be at the 300 on Sunday, Shawn?
Isn't that Saturday?
Sunday.
Still,
Hi, Carol.
probably not. So, again, thanks to my broadcast partners here, Milt Jr. and Dan Jones join me in the booth. Thanks, as always, to series sponsor Farmer Brothers Contracting, putting up the hardware for this Winston Cup series. Thanks, Ryan Johnson, series admin, Sam Young, league promoter, and our boss.
Yeah, wish me luck. I got about 8 hours. I got to do the 12 hours of Sebring, so, and I'm still drinking beer here. So.
There you go.
Good luck, Milty.
4 laps of practice so far. So.
Thanks, everybody, for joining us out there in YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch chat. And signing off, FSB Racing Live. I'm Sean Reap, and I'll catch you guys next week.
Yeah.
All right, thanks.